Chapter 3.2 Solving Inequalities Using Addition and Subtraction. 3.2 Solving Inequalities Using Addition and Subtraction. Key ideas. Addition property of inequalities. Words. If you add the same number to each side of an inequality, the inequality remains true. So, for example, if you have negative 3 less than 2, that is true inequality. And if you add 4 on both sides, it still will be true. It means adding or subtracting the same number from both sides will not affect the inequality, and the inequality will still be true if it was true in the beginning. For second one, you're going to solve for x. It means you have to isolate the x value, so you need to remove the negative 3. So add 3 on both sides. You're going to get x greater than negative 7. So similarly, if you subtract the same number of each side of an inequality, the inequality remains true. So here we were adding the same number, and in this case we are trying to subtract the same number. We can choose any number, so it can be just negative 5 and negative 5 both sides, and then we're going to get negative 8 less than negative 4. So negative 3 was less than 1, that was true inequality, and if you add the same number on both sides, then it still will be true inequality. Now to solve for x for this one, you're going to subtract negative 7 on both sides. So x is greater than negative 27. So that's the answer. So example number 1, solving an inequality using addition. So to solve first equation, that is x minus 6 greater than or equal to negative 10, you're going to add 6 on both sides. So when you add 6 on both sides, x greater than or equal to negative 4. So now we are going to graph this on a number line. So if it is a greater than or equal to sign, then you're going to use a closed circle. So you're going to use a closed circle. So this is our number line, and when it say greater than, then you can make a circle, that is closed circle, and go on to the greater side. So that would be a graph of x greater than or equal to negative 4. Another way of seeing which direction is going to go, when you have this type of equation or inequality, you can make a line in the center of the inequality, and this arrow shows that it's going to go to this direction. Okay, so just remember, if you don't know or not sure about which direction is going to go, make a line at the center, and the arrow will show you which direction is going to go. But remember that always the variable first and then the number. So it's going to be always start with the x greater than or equal to negative 4. Next question is solve b minus 2 greater than 9. Graph the solution. To solve this, you're going to add 2 on both sides, and then b is going to be greater than negative 7. Now I'm making a number line. So our answer is b is greater than negative 7. So b is greater than negative 7 means that you're going to use open circle. And if you notice that I have more negative numbers than the positive number, because I have to get the negative 7. So here I'm going to use open circle, and I'm going to go to the greater side, so it's going to go this direction. So that's the complete graph of b greater than negative 7. Remember, if it has an equal sign underneath, then you're using a closed circle. If it's just greater than or less than, then you're going to use open circle. For number 2, you're going to add 3.8 on both sides to have m by itself. So m is less than equal to 8.8. Graph this solution. So we're going to make a number line. So for this inequality, I'm going to use closed circle, and this is 8.8. It means this is between 8 and 9 here, but more towards the 9. If you divide this 8 and 9 interval into 9 parts, then 8.8 would be right here somewhere. So that's going to be your point where you're going to graph or start graphing. And this is going to be a closed circle, and it's going to go into the negative direction. So it's going to be a closed circle, and it shows that the arrow, if you make a line in between, it's telling us to go to the direction in the left side. For number 3, you're going to solve for y. So add 1 over 4 on both sides. So you're going to get 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 greater than y. So you're going to get 2 over 4 greater than y. And eventually when you reduce this fraction, you're going to get 1 over 2 greater than y. And we're going to always write this from y. So read always from y. So y is going to less than 1 over 2, which is 0.5. Now on a number line, you're going to make a number line, and 1 over 2 or 0.5 would be here, and you're going to use open circle, and the graph is going to go to the less than direction because y is less than half or less than 0.5. So example number 2, solving an inequality using subtraction. So now we are going to isolate the x by using subtraction. So to do that, we are going to subtract 1.4 on both sides. So here we're going to get is 9.4 greater than x. Because we are reading from number, so we're going to rewrite this as x is less than negative 9.4. Now on a number line, we need more on the negative side, so more points on the negative side. So I'm starting 0 here. So it's going to be negative 1, negative 2, and all the way negative 9, negative 10, and so on. So negative 9.4 would be somewhere around here, and it's going to be an open circle. Since x is less than negative 9.4, so it's going to go this direction on the negative direction. Next is you're going to subtract 5 on both sides. So k is less than equal to negative 8. Now we are going to again use more number towards the negative side. So I'm going to start my line from 0 right here. So k is less than equal to negative 8. It means we are going to use a closed circle. So closed circle, and it's going to go to the left side or less than side. So remember, this is the less than side because it has negative numbers. So once you have positive number, that is called the right side or greater side. For number 5, 5 over 6 less than equal to z plus 2 over 3. So we want to solve for z, so it means that we're going to remove the 2 over 3 from this side. So subtract 2 over 3 from this side and this side. 5 over 6 minus 2 over 3 is less than equal to z. Now you're going to make the denominator same, so you're going to multiply top and bottom with 2. So this becomes 5 minus 4 divided by 6. So 5 minus 4 is 1. So it's going to be z greater than equal to 1 over 6. Now we have to make a number line. So now when I made a number line here, I'm using 0 and 1 here. And inside I'm breaking it into point 0.1, point 0.2, point 0.3, point 0.4, point 0.5, point 0.6, point 0.7, point 0.8, point 0.9, and 1. Because 1 over 6 is almost 0.116. So we are going to use this point right here and make a closed circle, and it's going to go to the greater side, so it's going to go this side of the graph. Just make sure that when you have a very small number, so sometime I just use 1, 2, and 3 if it's a number that is a whole number, or if it's like 2.5, so I know it's right in the middle. But if it's a very small number, this is another option to write it into this form so that we have smaller numbers and we can graph it accurately. For number 3, solve p plus 0.7 greater than negative 2.3. So in this case, you're going to solve for p, and you're going to remove the negative 0.7 from this side. So subtract 0.7 on both sides, you get p greater than negative 3.0. So when you make a graph, you're going to get at least up to 3. P greater than, so for p greater than negative 3, you're going to use open circle and you're going to go to the greater side. Example number 2, solving an inequality using subtraction. And this is a word problem, everyone. On a train, carry-on bags can weigh no more than 50 pounds. Your bag weighs 24.8 pounds. Write and solve an inequality that represents the amount of weight you can add to your bag. So looking at this problem, your weight should not be more than 50. It means that it should be less than equal to 50. Your bag already have 24.8 pounds. What else you can add to this inequality? So what we have here is that is less than equal to 50. We already have 24.8 added to bag. What else we can add is W. Let's say we add W to 24.8, and when we add this W to this weight which is already there, it should not exceed from 50. So it should be less than equal to 50. Okay? So now to solve this, we are going to isolate the W. So it means that we are going to subtract 24.8 from each side. So W less than equal to 25.2. It means you can add 25.2 weight to your bag. Next question is, what if your carry-on bag weighs 32.5 pounds? Write and solve an inequality that represents the possible weight you can add to your bag. Now the inequality would be W plus 32.5 less than equal to 50, because you already have a 32.5 in the bag. What else you can add? That's W. That should not exceed 50. So now you're going to solve this for W. So subtract 32.5 on both sides, and W is less than equal to 17.5. So you can add 17.5 weight to your bag. So this much weight you can add to your bag, and it will not exceed 50. That was the limit for our weight.